Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some of the Dragon Ball games you probably not have heard of on the DS. And there are going to be three I'm going to be talking about. Two of them are from around the world, and one of them was on Europe. So the first one we're going to talk about is Dragon Ball Z: Attack of the Saiyans. So this game is basically a Dragon Ball RPG game. You basically go around the world and you find someone to fight, and they encounter you. And this story of it's based off from towards the end of Dragon Ball to the start of Dragon Ball Z of the Saiyan saga. I played that game and it's actually really good. I like how the RPG styles of it. I like how the characters of it using their techniques to attack of the enemies they encounter. So this game is actually really fun of it if you're really big fan of RPGs and like to watch Dragon Ball. Yet this game didn't have like any of the sequels. There were like no sequels of it, which I don't know if there's only yeah, I guess maybe their only information they had was from like the Dragon Ball Z Kai and not the original Dragon Ball Z, which is fine, I guess. So this game is actually really fun of it of like if you're really into like RPGs and Dragon Ball RPGs. But sadly, didn't get any sequels. Like we didn't get sequels for like Attack of the Frieza Force or Attack of the Androids or Attack of the Majin Boos. And what this game is that there's actually like 6 characters are playable. The only characters you can play is Goku, Gohan, Piccolo, Yamcha, Tien, and Krillin. Those are the only 6 characters that are playable, while the rest are just, for to help you. But then again, it's actually really fun. This is some indicators of it, of you want to use your Ki Blast, attacks, items, block, switch out, or try to escape. Now, what this basically means is that there are, the key symbol of it is kind of like a big blue blast, indicates of the keys that we want to use which character, and it shows the indicators of it. If it shows like a fist, that means it's like a combo attack, and then if it shows like another fist but with like a red box, it basically means it's kind of like a really hard hit or does like a bunch of combos. And if it shows like a Ki Blast, it basically means of like whatever regular key attacks it's gonna use, like the most common. Like for example, of the Kamehameha, the Masekyo, Tri Beam, Light Grenade, those type of stuff. Then it returns with another Ki Blast, but with like a green box in it. That indicates of a multi-hit Ki Blast, meaning that you can hit multiple enemies with that Ki Blast. But if it shows like a person with symbol with like a purple in the purple box, that indicates of whatever you're gonna get effects of it or healing, because there are a few characters that do healing, and there are rest that do like a status up, or you can just give negative status to your enemies. This game is actually really fun. It's short, but it's really fun. The next game we're going to talk about is Dragon Ball Origins, and there are 2 of them. This is just the story of it is just based off the original Dragon Ball. If you have watched that show or anime, so this is basically kind of like Goku going on an adventure and finding Dragon Balls with Bulma, Yamcha, or Oolong, Master Roshi, Turtle, Launch, and obviously trying to find the Dragon Balls of it, and then encounters Demon King Piccolo and Pilaf and the gang, and also the those are the main characters of some others, like the Red Ribbon, like the Red Ribbon Army. They're the ones that like try to like you know to try to stop Goku a bit because he's an alien, which he is. But basically, this is actually really, really based off in the original Dragon Ball. Like, it has all the stories, like when Goku first become a great ape, and then learning how to use the Kamehameha, and but this game is actually really difficult. When I first played it, it relies on the touchscreen, so you want to like if you want to use any of the attacks, you want to use punching, or try to use the power pole, or using any of a key blast, right? Kamehameha. It's like really difficult. It's fun, but really difficult because it relies on the touchscreen. The next one we're gonna talk about is only in Europe, which is Dragon Ball Z Goku Denzuto. So this game, I played this game, but I never gone through the story because it's actually really hard. It's basically rely instead of like a traditional Dragon Ball Z fight of using any of the buttons of it. It relies on using the touchscreen, but with using cards. Now, what this means is that if kind of like any cards have like interactions of it, of a person of it. Like for example, of it, if there's only like four characters that are playable of it, which are Goku, Gohan, Piccolo, and Vegeta. Those are the only four characters that are playable. Well, that's what I've gone through of it. I don't know if there are any other characters of it. The other characters, they're like mostly assists. And also, there's in the cards of it, and there's like a character like using a punch or a key blast. That indicates that you wanted to attack the person of it. If it shows of it, them like try to use a block, that indicates of it you're giving your cards like defense. I think that's it. If it shows like another person, that mostly another person of it, that indicates of an assist friend that's trying to attack the opponent that you're attacking. And there's also some if it shows like a capsule, that indicates that you can use an item, like for healing or for defense, or for to give you any type of effects. There's also some like other like sneaks, like escapes. You can like if you don't want to fight your opponent of it, you can just just escape from the battle. But that indicates of if you got the higher number. Yes. So it's kind of like depending on whatever the higher number you get, the more likely you get to go first to attack them. And there are two different. If you want to use you can use like multiple cards of it, but they had to be on the same number. So if you want to use you can do like up to like five cards, up to like five cards for to indicate if you want to use attack or defense. If you want to choose attack, but be careful because there's another card, a reverse card or counter. And your opponent use that, they counter it and take all of your attack points of it and put it on you. So better be careful if you want to risk it or not. There's also a second option, the defense number. It's in the bottom right. And depending on the indicates of it, of if your opponent is gonna get it, you get like a higher and but if you use like a defense, they're more likely to like chance you can block the damage of an ultimate attack they're gonna use. But yeah. But also there's also some multiplayer in this game mode. But it depends of which one you're doing. If you're doing DS download play, you can only play it can only be like a 1v1. And the only characters you and your partner can pick is Goku and Vegeta. Well, if who has the game? If you have the game, you get to be Goku, but Super Saiyan. If the other person doesn't, they get to be Vegeta, Super Saiyan. If you're playing with the 4 players, you could do like a free. This could be like a free for all brawl, like who has the high number and armor to attack which opponent you're gonna. I've actually never played that mode of it because I don't think nobody has that game. To be surprised, and actually, yeah, I actually have that game of it, the Europe of it. But last, yeah. Anyways, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed some of the Dragon Ball games you probably not have heard of from the DS. And see you guys next time.